All right. I see one person is here. Sonal Jain is saying, "Good evening, sir. Good evening, Sonal ji. How are you doing?" All right. Can you hear me now? Please write thumbs up in the chat, and also hit the thumbs up button. All right. Sonalji is saying, "Yes, sir." All right. Thank you, Sonalji. Kajal Thakkar is saying, "Hey, good evening. Good evening, Kajalji. Yes, you are audible. Thank you so much. All right. Thumbs up. All right. Thank you. Oops, 15 people here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this live session again. Like yesterday. Yesterday, we had a lot of discussion on the current geopolitical situation in India, especially the incidences which have occurred in Kolkata a few week back, and probable scenarios we discussed. And there's not much update from the case, unfortunately. I mean, there are some updates, but you must have already seen it in the TV. But what's very surprising, I won't say surprising, it is surprising in a way that it is so predictable. Like, so many of you have messaged me in Instagram, and some of you also in Facebook, email from West Bengal, and also I've seen the YouTube comment section of these videos. Almost everybody is saying it was a great decision to hand over the case to the CBI because the police, West Bengal police, is fully with the criminals. This is very disheartening, very disappointing, but very predictable and as per expectation of most of the people. So this is very dreadful for every state if this happens. Imagine West Bengal, 9 crore population. Imagine UP, how big the state is, bigger than Pakistan. If something similar happens and again the case is handed over. So, yeah, difficult, right? But what can be done? That's how the material world is. Everything gets worse. Okay. So, in midst of all this, we have to chant the name of Ram and protect ourselves. Okay. So, if there is any other queries regarding that, and regarding the case, if I find any major updates, or if there is a bad turn of event, or successive events turning worse, then I'll again discuss that in a live session. But as of now, let's wait and see, wait and watch what's going on. That is all we can do, right? But yes, it is indeed very shameful that a state with 9 crore population, 91 million, as I said yesterday, it's more than Germany. So imagine something happens in Germany, and then German government says we can't solve it. The entire police of Germany cannot solve it. How will you feel, right? That's exactly how we are feeling. Okay. And kudos to everybody who have given out their messages, irrespective of any fear from anybody, especially those who are residing in West Bengal and especially in Kolkata. The situation is stable now as of today, as of I'm making this video, but we don't know what happens. Okay. All right. And one last thing before we get into today's topic. Many of you have asked me that there are a lot of updates which are coming about uh, India's leader of opposition, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji. So what will happen? He will get arrested, or whatever, or what happens with him. So I have already made the video on Rahul Gandhi. So I've set the time till 30th October, 30th August, and also till, I guess, yeah, 7th September. So especially till 7th September, but specifically 30th of August is extremely difficult for him. And I will not be surprised if with such an astrological period he's arrested. Okay. So again, using astrology, you cannot like predict, oh yeah, 100% he'll be arrested. So he may be or he may not be, but the overall year for him till June next year is a very difficult one for him. So he should take care. He will have to face legal battles, and I think today I saw the news. There was some court case by Subramaniam Swamiji against his citizenship, or so something. I mean, something or the other has happened today. Okay. Nonetheless, there are other court cases also going against him. So it could be a new one or something old. These things you cannot predict using astrology. Is it a new case, or who puts a case? What kind of case it is. It's very difficult. But if there are legal problems, then some case or the other will come. So it is very likely that if things get worse, there could be, yeah, there could be summons, or his property could be, his assets could be sealed. And there are already some talks that the enforcement directorate is planning to see some 751 crores of his property. Anyways, these are all just there in the news, but we'll have to wait and watch. Okay, so if you want more insights on that, then please go and watch that video. Okay, it's there in my channel. I made it around 7 to 10 days back. And yesterday we had yeah, Ankit Shahji for discussing geopolitics. So if you enjoy learning about geopolitics, that is an amazing podcast to watch. It has already got around 14,000 views, 13,000 plus views till now. So if you want him to come back, then please let me know down in the comments of that video what are other things that you would like him to speak on in exotic astrology. Okay. All right. So many people here, 55 people. So today's topic is Jupiter's transit in the sign, no, nakshatra of Mrigashira. Okay. Mrigashira Nakshatra. All right, let's welcome everybody. Ayush Ojaji is saying thumbs up. Ashwini ji thumbs up. Aparajita ji thumbs up. R is saying good evening. Good evening. RG. Shraddha Hazarika, hello sir. How are you? I am good. Shraddha, how are you doing? Akshay Kohli is saying Jai. Oh, Sri Ram Ram. All right. Jai Sri Ram. Neues Projekt. Seems like a German. German ID. It's written in German. Hello, Halu. Kajal Thakkar is saying, please say about Yog Karak, exalted Saturn in Libra, and its Mahadasha is running. Well, I have. See, there are two things. If you want an overall analysis, please go to an astrologer and get a consultation. If you just want the individual opinion on that, you can watch my Yog Karak video. And you can also watch my Saturn videos. But in general, it should be a good dasha. In general, it should inspire you to do more reading, hearing of the scriptures, and other knowledge related things. But it depends on your nakshatra lord, and everything else. All right, all the best. Mahajav is saying Nashik, Maharashtra, Udhampur section 144 is invoked. Oh, why is that invoked? Is the situation not good? Taylor B is saying, do you consider transits over D9 chart? I mean, if you're asking me theoretically, ideally, 100%, you should consider. Okay. But the problem is, or rather, the challenge is, the transits are already very complicated to analyze just using the D1 itself. Okay. The D1 alone is very complicated because you cannot uh, you cannot just no transits. You have to first see the chart, then dashas, and then transit. So the chart is already very complex. You have the D1 Lagna chart, then the Bhavachalit chart, the Navamsha chart, the Dashamsha chart, the Sashtiyamsha chart, and then you have dashas and you have transits. So now, if you use transits in D9 also, it gets super complicated. Okay, but if you are not getting an answer through the D1, then you should use transits in the D9. Okay, but for external events like career, promotion, marriage, and all this, only D1, not D9, not even D10. Okay, Venki ji saying Namaste, sir. How are you? I'm doing fine. I hope you're doing good too, Venki ji. Nripesh Soni ji saying Namaste. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Pavan loves nature at the rate Jyotish Seva. That's a nice name. हेलो सर, हाउ आर यू? आई एम गुड पवन जी, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? कहते हैं शनि राशि परिवर्तन से 6 महीने पहले प्रणव दिखाता, लगता है कुछ ये सच है? मुझे नहीं लगता है ये सच है। आई मीन 6 महीने पहले से प्रणव का क्या मतलब? आई आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड। बट जिस दिन गोचर हुआ उसी दिन से होगा, ये आगे पीछे का नहीं है। सो दिस मे बी दिस पर्सन इज आस्किंग Saturn gives results 6 months before, or if it's in Rashi Parivartan, what happens in Dasha or transit. So, either ways, whatever is there in your chart, Rashi Parivartan or retrograde or whatever, affliction, exaltation, whatever it is, for either Dashas or transits, you will always have to take exactly the day when the Dasha starts, and of course for transits also the exact day. Okay, so the 6 months here there may not work. It does not work in my experience, at least. Somik Sarkar ji saying Hare Krishna, sir. Hare Krishna, Somik ji. Then Ripesh Soni, he will rock soon. Okay. Jai Shri Krishna. Shiv Shakti ji saying hello from Pune. Hello. Thailand, a beautiful story. 88. Thailand has a new PM. World leadership, massive changes. Yes, that's a news. Fathom is saying made it live. Yes, this is live. Pakhi ji saying please say something about heinous Kolkata rape and murder case. I have already spoken about it many times in this channel and especially in my Instagram page. So if you have not yet followed me there, so you are really missing out. Okay, I've been putting a lot of stories and short videos there in Instagram. So if you have not yet followed, please go and follow my Instagram page. Okay, Exotic Astrology you'll find, but it is AXOTIK, not C. Okay, so I have spoken extensively on this, Pakiji. I hope you will follow. All right. Sadiksha ji saying Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ayush Ojha is asking, should we check transit from moon sign or sun sign? None of the above. Only from the ascendant, your rising sign, your lagna. That is where you should check transits from. All right. D Pung is saying communal rights started at some places in India today. Okay, please let me know where it is. Aparajita ji saying, sir, I am not able to come out from Kolkata case. My mind is very disturbed. What is the solution? Please help. Well, let me disappoint you, Aparajita ji. As Kali Yuga is getting worse, this is just the beginning. Kali Yuga began when Krishna left, around that time. So around 5,000 years have passed, approximate. I'm not giving an exact thing. Let's assume. So there are 4 lakh 20. So if it is 5,000, so Kali Yuga's total lifespan is 4 lakh 32,000 years. So a bit more than 5,000 have passed. So more than 4 lakh 27,000 years they're remaining. Okay. Of course, we won't live for that long. Maybe we will live another 50, 60 years, or if somebody is younger, maybe more than that. At max 100 years, right? But all these things will only get worse. Okay, law and order will, I mean, whatever is happening in India today, go and check India, go and check Israel, Palestine, go and check Ukraine, Russia, go and check Azerbaijan, Armenia, Iran. These are all mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and this is just the beginning. So please protect yourself externally and internally also. Don't keep seeing the news all the time. You won't get anything good to hear. Okay. But chant the name of Ram, take the name of Krishna, and you'll be liberated. And you don't have to take birth again in this material world. All right. But Aparajita ji, if you are facing, if you are feeling very disturbed, then I would suggest you not to see the news. Pause it for a few days, okay? Because you won't get anything out of it. No, only thing you will get is your mind will be more disturbed. Ayan Jamwal ji, again, I cannot answer things in the chat. I will have to look at your chat. Sorry. Ansh ji is asking, how do you predict the timing of a romantic relationship through transits? Well, I have videos on this love relationships. Please watch it. Okay, it's a long topic. But generally, the fifth house, eighth house, 12th house has to be involved in Dasha. Only then this happens. Tulika ji is saying for nations Mahadasha prediction should we use Vimshotri? I do not use. I only use the horoscopes of leaders. Okay, I don't believe this. Nations have horoscopes. I mean, it does not work like that. This has been there from last 50, 60 years with all the astrologers doing. And if I say this, it becomes controversial. People get angry, they blast me, but I'll still say that it doesn't work like that, in my opinion. I mean, what is this? Countries chart. Who's running the country? Okay. So depending on the leader's horoscope, if the leader is strong and powerful, the country progresses. If not, then it hardly matters what is going on in the country's chart. There will be chaos and mayhem. Like you look at India, you see India in the 80s, 90s, complete chaos and mayhem. And as per the chart, I think Venus Dasha or something was running, and as per India's Lagna, Venus Lagna, it should be good, right? But it was a disaster, 80s and 90s. Why? Because there was political chaos. Okay, so I don't buy this, and I will never buy this. I have not seen this working. And even there's another problem. What do you do after 120 years? For India, it's fine. But for America, it's like independence was quite far, 250 years back, right? If I'm wrong, please correct me. So, so then what do? You use Vimshotri Dasha, 120 years, you use it again, or what do you do? Okay. So it does not work. It does not work. So, for example, if a very powerful, strong leader is there, country will do very good economically, militarily. Okay. And if very weak leader, as you saw in India, what happened in the 80s, 90s, instability. Okay. Not good for the country. All right. All right. So many questions. I'll answer one last question and then we'll start with the topic. All right. What is this? Saurabh Raghunath, Jai Shri Krishna. Ashish ji is saying for Dhanu Lagan Shukar Mahadasha Shukar. Again, as I said, I can't answer. I don't know your chart. So you can ask individual queries, but it's like shooting in the air. I don't know where is your Lagnesh, which Dasha you are running, what's there. I mean, it's all bogus things I will say. Okay. And then later on, you will go and say to your relatives and friends, oh, this astrologer is fake. His predictions didn't come out true. Okay. So don't do this to yourself. Okay. Please don't ask individual queries from your chart. I cannot answer because I don't know what's there in your chart. Okay. All right. Saurabh Raghunath is asking a very good question, how to make the best use of this transit. So after 19 minutes, we will start today's class. All right. And also, humble request, I will try to see every question. Don't repeat every question and spam the comment section. Okay. Please don't do it. It's not good. If I see you are writing the same thing twice or thrice, I will discard your question. Please don't do it. Okay. It's not good. I mean, imagine you are sitting in a class and you are asking a question and you are shouting again and again. What will happen? People will think you are crazy, right? So please stop asking the same question again. Please, whoever is doing, please remove it. All right. Thank you. All right. So Jupiter will transit into the nakshatra of Mrigashira on 20th of this month. So in another 3 days, 3 4 days, Jupiter will be in Mrigashira. And till when will he be there? For a very long time. I forgot the exact date. I think it was 28th November. Okay, 20th November. Yeah. Anyways, I have it in the title. You can check the date. I think it's 20th November. Nonetheless, it's a very long transit. Okay, an incredible transit. Mrigashira, as you know, is the nakshatra which is ruled by the planet. Which planet rules Mrigashira? Please write down in the comments. Let me see who can write down who is the lord of who is the lord of Mrigashira. Please write down. Mars. Yes, great. Thank you. All right. So Mangal Devata is the ruler of Mrigashira, and Mrigashira is an incredibly powerful nakshatra. Is one of the most ignored nakshatras. This is what I feel. There's not much discussion about this nakshatra, and this nakshatra has a very negative connotation with it. I mean, it has positives also, and I'm not talking of the reality, but I'm talking of the narrative. Every nakshatra has a narrative, right? So, which are the most crooked nakshatras? Mula nakshatra tops the list. Then Jeshtha is number two, right? Then Ardhara is another criminal nakshatra. This is what is the narrative in YouTube, okay? And then which are the best nakshatras? Rohini, Uttara Falguni, Pushya. These three are like top, So you just have planets in these nakshatras, you'll be a billionaire. All right. So this is what is the narrative in YouTube, and this is all false lies. Okay, there's nothing like there's nothing like a good nakshatra or bad nakshatra. It depends on the nakshatra lord's involvement with certain houses. So, for example, if uh, if you have Mrigashira nakshatra, which is connected to good houses, then this will make you a very revolutionary thinker. It will make you will make big discoveries, because Mrigashira is about making discoveries, right? The Mrig, the deer is roaming. Sira is the head. Okay, because there is the Kasturi Mrig. Kasturi is there in the head. So this deer is not aware that there is something. Kasturi is a very flavorful thing which is there in his head, and he is getting the fragrance, but he's not aware that this is coming from his own body. And he's roaming. Okay, so what does this mean? This simply means you may you may not utilize what you have, and you may look for external success outside. So this could happen for the houses that Jupiter rules in your chart. Okay, so Jupiter rules two houses, as you know. So he rules the sign of Sagittarius, and he rules Pisces. So depending on your Lagna chart, your ascendant chart, your rising sign, two houses can undergo this flavor. Very, very powerful transit. Now, what does Jupiter do in this? So Mangal is a friendly planet to Jupiter. So that means there is harmony, and there is a potential to do something bigger. Now imagine Jupiter is transiting in Mrigashira. So what does this mean? So you are going out because you are searching for knowledge, spirituality. So it's a great time to learn something new, great time to find your guru, great time to do spiritual practices, great time to go to some spiritual community, go to some Tirth Yatra, okay, going to some pilgrimage. It's a great period for all of these. And by the way, I forgot to say, I had already made this video for all 12 ascendants. So in case you have not watched it, please watch it. It's there in my channel. So please go to the YouTube search bar and type Jupiter transit in Mrigashira exotic astrology. You will find it. Okay. Okay. So this is a transit where you will search for the truth, because Jupiter represents the truth. And which is the planet that signifies untruth? Which is the planet that signifies lies? Let me see who can answer this. कौन सा ग्रह झूठ बताता है? Please write it in the chat. All right, somebody is writing Rahu. Is it Rahu? Is it Rahu or somebody else? Rahu actually is the Karaka for deceit. Yes, so you could say it's Rahu, but specifically in general, for specifically lies, Saturn is the Karak. Okay, but nonetheless, you could also say Rahu because it's like cheating somebody. Okay, all right. So now, if Rahu would have transited into this nakshatra, what would have happened? It's like a situation where you are hiding something and you are running because there's something wrong there. Okay, but with Jupiter, it's not like this. So, if suppose Jupiter is your 10th lord, then what does this mean? It means you will search the tools and technologies, certifications, and everything that is required to get a promotion, to do something big in your profession. So, this is what it means. So, if Guru is your seventh lord, then you will do something. You may go out on a tour with your spouse. You may go for a vacation time. Even if Guru is your second lord, it can happen. Okay, so please watch the 12 ascendants video, and you will know what can happen. Okay. All right, let's check some questions. Dayanand ji, namaste, namaste. Radhe Radhe Guruji. Tarun Sharma ji is here. Indu Rao Pranam, do you analyze Kundli here? Well, do you think it is even possible to analyze a chart in a live session? It's not. You need a lot of time to do the analysis. Okay. So live sessions should be for the benefit of everybody, not just one person. Okay. Otherwise, what's the use of live sessions, right? All right. Sanjana Jain is asking, hi, in 6 weeks remedy, should I give to 6 people? One person. Please don't complicate this. Just one person. That's it. Just take the sweets, wrap it in a brown paper, brown color paper plastic. Just give it to one person. That's it. Do not overcomplicate this. And you can give it to the same person every 6 weeks, or you can give it to different persons. It's not mandatory that you have to give to the same person. Okay. Radha Hazarika is asking, sir, one query. If functional benefits are placed in Dusthanas, functional benefits in Dusthanas, does it have any positive sides? Dusthana means 99% trouble. Any planet in Dusthana is by default going to give you trouble. Dusthana in the Bhavchalit, okay, not in the Lagna chart. Dusthana houses means the 6th, 8th, and 12th house. House only Bhavachalit chart. So if you have planets in 6, 8, 12, I don't care. They are natural malefics, natural benefics, functional benefics, they will hit you. That's the norm. That's the standard norm. Now, within that, if they are functional benefics, like if your fifth lord or ninth lord or Lagna lord is in Dustan, then you may find some relief. Relief in the sense, if fifth lord is in Dustan, using your intelligence, you can try to cope up with the problem. If ninth lord is in Dustan, using the help of some senior, your guru, your guide, your father, you can try to mitigate that problem. So fifth and ninth will only show your self efforts and help from your guru. Okay, but it does not show you will not have problems. Okay, and if it is in debility or enemy sign, oh, that's a bad deal. Suman Adak is saying Hare Krishna. Saurabh Raghunath is saying we can't imagine how brutal was Mughal era. Well, indeed, the pages of bloody Mughal era is opening up line by line, and it will spread the country like wildfire. Indeed. Vedant Nayak is asking Gemini ascendant. I have already made the video. Please, Vedantji, I hope you will watch that for every ascendant. Deep Punk is saying, then why Sadesati considered from moon sign? Brilliant question. I have a Sadesati series there. I have answered this. Okay, because Sadesati is not a guarantee for problems. It is just it's more of a mental thing. So that has to be seen from the moon. But other transits from the ascendant, no doubts on that. Anand PR is asking, sir, currently I'm going through Ketu Mahadasha, Guru Mahadasha, Pisces in. Okay, again, please check the chart and either you watch my videos of 9,000 Bhavchali chart you can watch, okay, or best is to get a consultation, okay. I cannot answer. I don't know. I mean, what's going on in your chart? This information is not sufficient, okay. Atman is saying, sir, currently Moon Mahadasha, how will I improve my mind? I have a video on moon remedies. Please watch it, Atmanji. Okay. You're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very good. Keep chanting. Aditya ji is saying love from Germany. Oh, that's great. Nice to see you. All right, Atmanji, I've already answered. Please do not ask the same question again. Ansh ji is asking, can you drop the video titles? It would be easy to find. Okay, I'll paste it in the comments. Okay. Balram Kala is asking, my sun 11th is. You can check for which ascendant that is. Okay, you will find in that video. Mahajav is saying Shambhaji Nagar old Aurangabad riots happening. Okay, that's bad. I hope I hope things will be under control. Ansh is saying okay. Shilpa is saying hello Hare Krishna. Hope you are fine. How can we connect more to Krishna? I have a lot of videos on the Bhagavad Gita, and recently I made videos on Vishnu Sahasranam mantras. So please watch it. You will know more about it. Okay, but you have a very noble desire. Balaram Kalra is saying Rahu Mahadasha and Rahu in Ashlesha in first house. Great time for search. All right, Mars, Ardhara, Rahu. Sati, I've already answered. All right, where are the other questions? All right. Okay, we'll. Sanjana Jain ji, I have spoken about the remedy multiple times. Okay, there are a dozen videos on this remedy. Please watch the videos. Okay. I mean, these are questions I've answered a million times, and I don't think it makes sense for me to keep saying the same thing again and again. Okay. And don't make it very complicated. You are making it too complicated. I'm sorry to tell you this. You are making it extremely complicated. So it's very simple. The remedy is very simple. The more you complicate it, the more you will be away from results. Okay. So Sanjana Jain ji, please see the part one, part two, part three. You will know it very clear. It's like even a 5-year-old can understand, but maybe you are trying to think about all worst case scenarios, so you don't have to do it. So whatever I have said, just do that as it is. Your job will be done. All right. All right. So now, what should you do during this transit of Jupiter in Mrigashira? Best thing to do is to take some new initiative. This is best. I mean, there's nothing better than this. So check your house, check the lords. For first lord, do something with your health. Second lord, do something for your family or finances. Take some new initiative, try something, take some risk. That does not mean you put all your money into penny stocks. I'm not talking of that risk, but but what you need to understand is that you have to take risks in life to some extent at least. Otherwise, you won't get anything. Mrigashira is a risk lover, risky nakshatra. Okay, planets in Mrigashira can make your life a bit difficult sometimes. Not because it is a bad nakshatra, but you need to take some risks. Without that, the nakshatra's objective will not be fulfilled. Okay, this is very important. So therefore, try to see what kind of risks you can take. Okay, and if you do that, your life will be much better. The returns will be exponential. Okay, so therefore, just check where is Sagittarius and Pisces and take risk. Take risk. Don't just sit. Recently I was hearing how to know if a person has become old or a person is still youthful. How to know that? Okay. The answer is very simple. If the person, irrespective of his or her age, does not want to take risk anymore, then that means the person has become old. Mentally, the person is gone. Okay. But if you are, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even after that, you love to take risks, uh, then you are still living, all right? You are still young. अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ. All right. So take risks. Don't play it too safe, but your risks should also be calculated. So, for example, if you are having a job and suppose your fourth lord is entered Mrigashira, so it could happen you leave your job and go to do masters somewhere else. Okay, so therefore, either ways, you should be aware that you need to take risks. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so take risks and you will do much better. Okay. All right, some other questions. Ansh ji is asking, what is this sweets remedy? This is a money remedy, 6 weeks money remedy. All right. Hina Rathore is saying, Namo Narayan, Namo Narayan. Can we see Vastu Dosh in a horoscope? I'm not an expert in Vastu, so I'll refrain from watching this. But recently I had Naman Chitkaraji in my channel. You can see that video. Maybe he has answered this or maybe not. I'm not sure, but you can give a try. Okay. Sibani Pandaji asking, can a Rakshas gun native get married to other gun like Manushya and Devata? They can, but the Rakshas gun person should have a strong fifth house or a strong ninth house, and in the date of birth, there should be 3, 7, or 9. Then the energies are balanced. So then the Rakshas gun person also has capacity to do something spiritual or elevate himself. Otherwise, this can wreak havoc. Okay. If the eighth house or 12th house is very strong, there is addiction, depression, affair, and all this. It can be very difficult. Okay. So ideally not recommended, but it's very difficult to like say like a blanket thing, not recommended, discarded. You can't say like that. But yeah, try to avoid if you're going for arranged marriage, especially, or if you are Akshas Gan and you are doing lot of spiritual practices, then Manushya or Deva is still good enough. Okay. Or it should not be opposite also, like the Rakshas Gan person is doing too many spiritual practices and the Manushya and Devgan is like, it's gone. That is also not very good. Okay. So you have to see at the end the Gun Milan, Kundli Milan, and all this. Gun Milan is a part of the Kundli Milan. So Gun Milan, Gan Milan, and all this. These are all parameters to help you identify Kundli Milan at the end. So everything has to be combined. Is the vision matching? Okay. What does the boy want to do in life? What does the girl want to do? Overall, there has to be some consensus. One person says, oh, I just want to write books, and another person says, no, I want to become a Bollywood superstar. That may be difficult. Okay. Of course, that also does not mean that two people aspiring to become Bollywood superstars only can get married and they cannot get. But overall, there has to be harmony in the chart. There should be some difference, complementary difference, which completes each other, and there should be primarily there should be synchronization of their energies. Okay, Simil- similarities primarily and some differences, but not contradictory, complementary differences. Okay, that's very important. All right, so wish you all the best for this transit, amazing transit, a good transit finally. Okay, and please utilize this transit, and you will learn a lot, you will grow exponentially, you will mature exponentially, you will realize lot of things in the material world. Okay, so please do not waste time during this transit, and you will be the best version of yourself. Okay. All right, one last question. Vimiji is asking, sir, which books have been instrumental in your spiritual growth? I'd appreciate your recommendations. I have not read any book in my life. I mean, very few, even if I've read, half or so. But there are two books I have read completely. One is the Bhagavad Gita, another is the Srimad Bhagavatam, all the 18 volumes, 12 cantos. So technically, I have read like 19 books properly, and I've read other small books also. But primarily, these two are the major books I've read. So Bhagavad Gita, as you know, is one version, and Bhagavatam 12 cantos, around 18 versions. So yeah, if you want spiritual knowledge, these two books are non-negotiable, and please read them. All right. And of course, you can also read Rama and Mahabharata. I have not read systematically the Rama and the Mahabharata, but I've heard a lot of lectures from uh, my seniors. But these two books, Gita and Bhagavatam, I have studied specifically. It's been a while since I've studied them. All right. Okay, Ishan Sharma is saying, sir, please answer my question to what is your question, Ishan ji? Okay, what's the significance of sun transiting over your natal moon in the 12th house? It can expose your weaknesses. Okay, so work on that. Okay. But again, this is, I mean, this is very simplistic. I don't know what's there in your chart, so this may not work at all. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. It was an interesting session. I think highest around 70 people joined. So thank you so much for joining. And interesting videos will come in my channel in the next 3 days. Atmakarka in D60 and about Venus also. All right. How to judge if your Venus is good or bad? Black and white. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Right. So Venus video will also come in the upcoming 2 3 days. And if you have not checked my Atmakaraka videos for D1, D9, D10, please watch them. They have got very good response, and you have sent in your greetings and love. All right. Thank you so much. Please take care, whoever is in India and in the rest of the world. Have a nice weekend, and good night to everybody in India, and good evening to those in Europe, and good afternoon to those in the United States of America. All right. Take care. Jai Siya Ram.